Welcome to the Arch Client Portal. Once you have received an invite and logged in, you will be brought to the homepage that you see here. Right away, you can see on the homepage that there are two parts to the platform. There is your content, and then there are your applications. The first time you'll log in, you'll be prompted with this little notification here on the homepage, alerting you and giving you the option to customize the content on the platform. If I click Manage Settings, it'll actually bring me down to the Settings tab here on the left-hand side. Here, I would have the option to choose the different topics that would be relevant to me. I could also choose different locations, so that way different alerts, different industry-specific content can show up for me, and I can choose whether or not I want to subscribe to those email alerts, maybe when a new content piece is posted to the platform. That way, if a new downloadable training program is posted or material on written safety programs, you could potentially receive an email when new content around that area is posted. Now, the easiest way to find content on the platform is by searching. However, the content is categorically broken down on the left-hand side here, as well as on the homepage at the bottom. They will bring you both to the same area. Now, if I were to search something such as scaffolding safety, the search bar works just how any other search bar I'm sure you've used on the internet before. But what you can do is you'd be able to narrow down your search by the predetermined filters at the top. So scaffolding safety, that's already pretty industry specific, but if I wanted to further refine it, I could right here. If I'm looking for a particular type or format of content, I could also choose from here. Maybe I'm looking for something sponsored by OSHA, or maybe I'm looking for a written safety program. I could choose the type and format from here as well. But let's say I wanted to open up, I found the document I want right here, scaffolding safety program actually showed up on the right. I can easily download it by clicking this arrow. But if I click view, that will let me open up the document, get a preview to make sure if this is something that I want. I can easily download it to Word or PDF format. If I want to edit this document, I'm going to choose Word. So once I click download, my computer will give me a pop-up on the left-hand side. Once I click download, I have it available for me in my browser. It'll open up on my other window. Now I can now edit this document now that I've downloaded it to a Word doc. A good majority of our content in the platform is also available for download in Spanish. Now, before, if I wanted to choose the language that a certain content piece would download in, notice this one, construction safety matters. If I open that, it has a little tab for me to switch from English to Spanish to let me decide which specific language I would like to download this document in. Now, on the application side, you have easy to use compliance resources, an automated handbook builder, OSHA record keeping log and incident analyzers, and a learning management center. We're going to walk through all those different applications. We're going to start with the employee handbook builder here on the tab that says handbooks. So by entering and answering a series of automated questions, the handbook builder will actually create and communicate your company's HR policies and procedures. We're not going to walk through the whole example here, just the first couple questions, but this will really help automate any HR communications or policies, help your company stay up to date on an annual basis. And what's great about it is you can have it downloaded in Spanish once you're done at the end. So it asks you for some basic information. What is the handbook? I'm going to call this ABC Handbook. My state is Wisconsin, where I'm currently located. I'm going to put my company as ABC Company. I work in HR, and Joey is the HR contact. Now, would I like to add a logo to the cover page? I'm going to keep this as no, but if I wanted to, I could easily upload one from my computer. Do I want to add header text? I'm going to leave this as no, but this is something that I could choose to have appear on the front of every page. Same with the footer text as well. And then the last updated. So this is a nice feature, so that way you let employees know when was the handbook last updated. And if the handbook term isn't something you're privy to, you can also choose manual or guidebook, or really any other term that you want to fill in as opposed to the term handbook. But once I click save after that basic series of a few different questions here, it actually will redefine and write up all these different sections. So think work general policies, technology, vacation, discrimination, and all these are pre-written. And if you want to edit them, I actually could go in here and click start. And what this is going to do is it gives you a preview of what's been written. Now, if I wanted to customize this to my company, my different industries that I may work in, you can click into each different section and it actually takes you through a different series of questions into each section to build it out and specify it to your specific company. Now, as I mentioned, we're not going to walk through the whole preview there, but hopefully this does give you good insight to what a useful resource this could be. Now, to finish off with the applications here, I'm actually going to go to the compliance apps. The compliance applications, these are DOL linked resources that allow you to easily stay up to date on compliance regulations. A good example that I specifically like to use is the multi-state comparison law tool. I'm going to bring this up on my other window. So once you click on any of those resources, it'll actually open up a different tab. Now, if I were to select Illinois and Wisconsin, those are the two states that I primarily work in. So those are the ones that I'm going to use as an example. You can see here, it lets you choose from a list of different state laws. Let's say, for example's sake, I want to choose discrimination, drug testing, and we'll do record keeping and posters. Now, once I click next, it'll actually give me an option to download a chart side by side or across the top of the comparison of those specific laws. Now, each one of those different compliance applications function in the same way. The same with the HR applications as well. The HR applications are a little bit different than the compliance ones, but from a functionality perspective, they function in the same way. These are intended to streamline any HR office's tasks that they may be struggling with. Think anything from hiring maintenance to firing, and improving and assessing any of your own HR practices and just getting kind of a window into what are we doing well today as well. The OSHA tool, the OSHA log on the left-hand side, this is intended to help you track incidents and analyze and assess them and create OSHA mandated reports and forms. Within the OSHA environment, it'll actually take you through a tour the first time you click on it, much like how it's showing us today. It gives you a preview and insight into the different features that live within the OSHA record keeping tool. So not only can you print forms, this is actually intended to help make you safer by analyzing different trends across your industry. And once you start utilizing the workbook and logging your incidents, it'll actually make recommendations to you on different pieces of applications and content you can use within the portal. To round out the applications, we're going to finish with the Learning Management Center. That would be the LMS on the left-hand side. The LMS is a learning management system that has about 130 different courses that are accessible through the platform. So if I was a manager, what I could do is I could upload a list of my employees, and then I could track and assign out the courses to them that I would deem required. So think general workplace safety, safety training and harassment, PPE. If I click on the course catalog here on the left-hand side, you can see some of the different examples and categories of what would be available within this environment. But again, if I was a manager, all I'd have to do is come in here. I could import my employees. Once they're imported into the system with just their email, I could track and see what courses do they have past due, have they been completed, and once the employee finishes it, I can be notified with an email as well. So it even has the intuitive tracking built within the Learning Management Center. That was all that I had on my agenda today to walk through on the client portal for you. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great rest of your day.